The whispers started as a murmur in the corridors of Anfield. But now, they're impossible to ignore. For months, fans of Liverpool FC have clung to one lingering hope, that the end of an era would feel bigger. Instead, what they got was something colder. Worthy of a king. Warmer. Something that has left even loyalists shifting uneasily in their seats. And now, former Reds striker Stan Collymore has said out loud what many dared only whisper. This wasn't how it was supposed to end for Mohamed Salah. A farewell that didn't feel like one speaking to tribal football on behalf of best betting bonuses. His tone? Not angry. Collymore didn't hold back. Just disappointed. Not bitter. It's a shame, he admitted. But I think he could have handled it better. And just like that, the narrative shifted. Because this isn't just about goals, assists, or records anymore. This is about legacy, and how quickly it can begin to fracture when the final chapter doesn't match the story that came before. Collymore pointed to a striking contrast. On one side, Andy Robertson, steady, loyal, understated. A player who delivered a heartfelt goodbye, full of gratitude and warmth. On the other, Salah's message, something that, in Collymore's words, felt incomplete. Just lacking the emotional punch fans expected. Not offensive. Not wrong. And I get it, Collymore explained. Forwards are different. They live in a different world. The weight of expectation that difference matters more than people think. Fullbacks like Robertson build reputations on consistency, discipline, and quiet reliability. They are the backbone, the unsung heroes. Their farewells often feel grounded, sincere. But Salah? He's not just a player. A global icon. He's a symbol. A man who carried the attacking hopes of Liverpool for years. And with that comes a different kind of expectation. Salah has always exuded confidence, some would say unshakable belief. It's what made him unstoppable at his peak. But now, Collymore suggests, that same mindset may have shaped how this ending unfolded. When he's left out, Collymore hinted, he feels it deeply. Very deeply. A fall from untouchable status? Let's not rewrite history. Salah didn't just succeed at Liverpool, he transformed them. But here's the uncomfortable truth Collymore forces into the spotlight. People say Salah was incredible for Liverpool. But Liverpool were incredible for Salah too. It's a line that lands like a thunderclap. Because for years, the narrative has been simple, Salah carried Liverpool. Now, that story is being challenged. Was it a perfect partnership? Or has one side been given more credit than it deserved? From Roma revelation to Chelsea doubts, Collymore dug deeper. Pulling the lens back to Salah's earlier career. At AS Roma, Salah showed flashes of brilliance. Enough to suggest potential, but not inevitability. And at Chelsea FC? There were no signs, Collymore admitted bluntly, that he'd become what he did. That's what makes this entire story so compelling. Salah wasn't destined for greatness. He became great, through the system, the structure, the belief instilled at Liverpool. Which raises a question that now feels unavoidable: did Liverpool make Salah? As much as Salah made Liverpool? Training ground truths. Then came the most cutting insight of all. Collymore peeled back the curtain on a side of football fans rarely see, the brutal honesty of the training ground. It's not just Arne Slot, he said. The whole coaching staff sees everything. And if a player, no matter how big their name, isn't performing, they sit out. No exceptions. Not even for a legend. No sentiment. No player is bigger than the club. It's a phrase repeated so often it risks losing meaning. But here, in this moment, it hits differently. Because if there's one club that lives by that philosophy, it's Liverpool. Collymore made it clear, this isn't the end. It's just another turning point. Liverpool will move on. They always do. And history backs him up. From legends to icons, from heroes to superstars, Anfield has seen them all come and go. And every time, the club finds a way to rise again. The twist no one expected. Here's where the story takes its most surprising turn. Because despite all the criticism, all the disappointment, all the debate, Collymore isn't questioning Salah's greatness. He's questioning the ending. And in doing so, he reveals something far more unsettling: even the greatest stories can falter in their final moments. Not because of decline. Not because of failure. But because of how they choose to say goodbye. What happens next? Liverpool will rebuild. A new forward will arrive. They always do. A new chapter will begin. A new hero will emerge. But Salah? His legacy is now balanced on a knife edge between brilliance and ambiguity. Will he be remembered purely as a legend? Or as a legend whose final act left fans wanting just a little bit more? Final thought. They shape how history remembers you. In football, endings matter. And right now, Mohamed Salah's story, one of the greatest Anfield has ever seen, isn't quite finished, but it's no longer perfect either.